And welcome to this Wednesday's version of Winner in the Mailman. Tonight we have a very special guest with us tonight. Tonight, Payton Burda of the Scottsbluff High School girls basketball team, junior phenom. If you ask me, I've been watching Payton play basketball for quite a while, and you guys are off to quite the start this year, Payton. How's everything going so far early on in the season?
So far, it's been going good, but I think we need to be more consistent in our games. But every day we try and practice for the state championship level. Like every day we make sure, but I think we do need to be more consistent in games and show up every game in order to be where we want to be.
So was it like competing in the Gillette Tournament? Obviously you guys got your first loss like in the middle, but then came back the next day. So what was it like playing all of those teams out there?
It was fun. I mean, it was good competition. Thunder Basin's a great team, and it was a really good team win.
Team win, you guys dismantled Thunder Basin.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, you listened to the Cody game the night before and you wouldn't have thought it was the same team. And I know Cody's a good basketball team. But Thunder Basin, they're supposed to be the cream of the crop in Wyoming, and this Scottsbluff girls basketball team literally dismantled them. I would say that was probably the most complete game you guys have played this year.
I agree. Yeah.
Well, jumping back in, one of the things that I've noticed about this team, and I got to give Coach Balsh a lot of credit. I mean, he's done a great job. I know that the teams went through some coaches and stuff this year, but you guys have a coach on there that this team reminds me of when she played, and that would be Hattie Burford. That team was very, very good. I mean, last year's team was very, very good. What are you guys' goals? I mean, I know what your goals are this year, but what is your personal goal this year you're a junior, obviously a leader on this team. What is your personal goal for this team this year?
Just leadership for the team and just making my team better. And so I have to get a lot of credit to my coach, Coach Balsh. So just leadership.
Yeah. You guys got
the whole coaching staff. Yes.
And this team also is not short of talent. I mean, this is one of those things where the talent is there. It's a matter of the cohesiveness. And what's the cohesiveness like with this team? You guys pretty close?
Yeah, we're pretty close. We've been playing forever, so with each other.
So I'm going to go into the Gearing game for a second. So you led at the end of the first, tied at half, down in the third. What was your mentality going into that fourth quarter? Because, I mean, it was, like a 17-3, fourth quarter for you guys?
Just we got to buckle down. We can't lose to the Bulldogs, so, yeah.
Well, and you talk about you can't lose to the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
And, let's put Gearing and Thunder Basin together. I mean, you guys go out against Thunder Basin, it's Thunder Basin. Doesn't have any effect on your schedule, on your rankings, or anything like that. But, I mean, and you guys put together, like I said, a complete 4 quarters of basketball. Does that kind of go out the window when you guys play against Gearing? I mean, is it more...
I mean, it was a physical game.
Well, and it always is.
Physical.
And that's the great thing about those two teams is they fight hard. I mean, it sounds like they took out Nikki Todd in the game, and she's pretty tough to take out. I mean, she is a force underneath
she was
there.
Down in the second, out for a little bit, and then in the fourth quarter, you just see her on the other side of the court just
So
down.
it sounds like it was a rock fight out there. I mean, that's but what's it like and you guys are driven to go deep this year.
Yeah.
And how does it feel to have a team like Gearing really pushing you guys in the back?
I don't know, people want to beat us.
Well, it's windy at the top of the hill.
Yeah.
And Sam Walton said it himself. So, and you guys feel like you guys are kind of the cream of the crop and everybody's kind of gunning for you here?
Yeah, that's what Coach tells us all the time. Everyone wants to play us, everyone wants to beat us, so, yeah.
You get a shot at it. You guys play Bridgeport this year?
We do not.
You do not. Now we're having a great basketball game.
Yeah, I know, and I don't remember who I was telling yesterday. I think I was telling John at the game yesterday, and I'm like, I would love to see Bridgeport versus Scottsbluff. I may have been talking to Jeff about that one, but I would love to see those two teams because obviously Bridgeport's the girls are running with it right now.
Yeah, and that's those are two, and it's nice to see that good girls basketball around here. I mean, a lot of times when one team's good, you know, everybody else is kind of lagging behind you guys there. But do you guys kind of feel like you're being, you know, somebody's breathing down your back a little bit?
Yeah, at times.
And is that something that's good? Is that like bulletin board type stuff
yeah,
for you?
Yeah, it's a good thing. I think it drives the team to compete every game and show up. But yeah.
So I've got just a question. So you play 3 sports.
Mhm.
Which one's your favorite?
The fleet basketball.
Oh yeah, she's.
Yeah.
I could have told you that.
Oh,
I guarantee
I can
you.
still ask.
Oh, I do
yeah,
love
absolutely.
volleyball. I like track, but basketball, my favorite.
One of the things that I really wanted to ask you, and I know Coach Burda, and I still call him Coach Burda. How involved is your dad with you in, you know, trying to be the dad and the former head coach, compared, you know, with Coach Ballish?
Yeah.
You know, there's that fine line in there, but I know that dad wants to be a part of this. You know, how does that work?
It's kind of like dad is dad, mom is mom, and coach is coach. So that's kind of what I think. So.
Well, and Coach Burda seems like the kind of guy that's going to let the coach go.
Yeah.
But, you know, does he ever kind of grab you off to the side and be like, hey, you know, you probably, you know, this might have worked better for you?
Sometimes, but not all the time.
And it wouldn't be a good dad if it wasn't, right?
That kind of makes me feel like the Schmanowskis right now.
Yeah.
And my own father. I was on a lot of his teams.
Yeah, well, my dad was my coach too, so I understand that totally, and I know that it's tough to have a dad that's a coach and then try and play for somebody else in that sport. So luckily for me, I didn't have to do it.
Even when I was playing for somebody else, he was still at home just helping.
Taking notes?
Well, yes, but with my sister as a pitcher and us at home pitching and catching in the driveway and the grass area, he's still out there just telling us what you do.
Payton, I remember you all the way back in when my daughter was playing Gearing Up when you guys were playing, and I remember every time we'd go to a game or whatever, they were talking about Payton Burda. Has that kind of affected the way you play? Because a lot of people around here who know basketball know what you're capable of doing, and not only is the Scottsbluff girls kind of got a target on their back, but Payton Burda's kind of got a target on her back. Everybody, you know, they've probably got to play a little tougher, play a little closer, and you know, how does that affect you when you play?
It really doesn't. I mean, I just go out and be myself and play my hardest. Do it for the team. Yeah.
That's all you need to do. Just be yourself out there. I mean,
and play hard like yesterday's.
Yeah. And you know, this team, like I said, we've talked about the talent on the team, and I'm going to put you on the spot here. You know, last shot, who gets it? That's my favorite question ever.
Probably go with Anna Kelly.
Anna?
Yeah, I mean,
she's pretty clutch.
Her 3-pointers yesterday. Yeah. Every time I looked, she made one. Like every time.
She's used to hitting a little tiny white ball.
That's fair.
I mean, she's got that depth perception going on, I guess. But does Coach Wright those kind of plays up for her?
Mm-hmm.
Every time I was trying to follow the ball with the camera, all of a sudden it's just up and it's Anna.
Yeah. And that's one thing that Scottsbluff has been known for in the past is their shooters. They've always had great shooters. They've had great perimeter players, you know. Never had a whole lot of size underneath. So I think Coach Balsh has done a great job with working, you know, Scott Gullion with the boys team does the same thing. He's got a lot of good perimeter players. He plays that 4 corners. You got enough, you know, with you and Mariah and whoever else you want to throw into the mix. And, you know, does Coach Balsh when he schemes for other teams, does he ever scheme for certain players? Because I guarantee you they do that for you. I mean, best player on the court, who guards her?
Probably Shea Willits or Marley Lockemer.
Yeah, that's a couple of good. There's little scrappy ones right there, fast, scrappy, and tough.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be a great one.
And I know that there's a few injuries on the team too. I'm pretty sure Brady's going to be out in the season as well. Mm-hmm. So it's obviously with her not being able to play this year, basketball, at least as of right now.
I mean, I don't know. I feel kind of bad, but she's there. She's supportive, so.
Yeah, she's a
that's all
tough
I got.
cookie.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
I
But
still don't understand how she was able to do
what's
that
the
with
injury?
a torn labrum.
Oh, that's right. We knew. I knew.
Shoulder.
Yeah, I still don't understand how she was able to throw a softball with a torn labrum.
Yeah, some people just go deeper than others. I mean, I saw a college wrestler win the national title with 2 torn ACLs in his knees. So, I mean, it's just a matter. Are you a play hurt type person? Do you
Probably depends on what the injury is.
I was gonna say, do you tell
Yeah.
Mr. Buck? James, if you're watching out there, they don't tell you. So, you guys obviously still quite a bit of schedule left coming up, and when it comes down to it, who are the toughest opponents in your way right now?
Probably Norris. We go down there, and South Sioux City, and we play a pretty tough team. We play St. Thomas More in Rapid
Oh, out of
City
South Dakota,
on
they are
Saturday.
good.
Yeah.
They are good. They're very good basketball team
Yeah.
up there. So, I mean, and one thing that I've noticed a lot here in the past is the opening up the schedule a little bit. I think the Scottsbluff does a great job of trying to find tougher competition than just, and I'm not saying anything against the area teams around here. It's just, if you want to compete back east, you got to be able to play with the teams back east. And teams like Norris, I can, off the top of my head, I think of teams like Sutton.
Yeah.
Teams like that they play a whole different style than we play out here. And how important is it to go out and get St. Thomas More is going to play a little different. I'm sure when you guys are up there, you guys are going to meet up with any of the Rapid City schools?
No, we just played St. Thomas.
Just St. Thomas More?
Yep.
Is it here or is it there?
It's up there in Rapid.
It always seems like every team around here has to travel up there to play them. They never travel down. I think every once in a while Alliance will have to play them. But, I mean, so how important is that to get that bigger mix of basketball so you're not, seeing the same type every time you turn around?
Coach Balish always calls it like preparation for that championship basketball level that we want to be at.
He calls the Gillette Tournament preparation too, when I talked to him about it on that Saturday.
That is a gauntlet. That Gillette Tournament is a gauntlet. I mean, you guys saw it with Cody.
Yeah.
And who else was all down there? It was Evanston.
Evanston. They played Evanston the last day.
And you guys tore them up pretty good. Yeah. Tore them. But that Thunder Basin one was the one that really stuck out to me, though. Because Thunder Basin is kind of like Omaha Scott Catholic.
Yes.
That's the Wyoming version of Omaha Scott Catholic is Thunder Basin. And I couldn't have been prouder of you guys. When I had to listen to it, obviously. And I'm listening to Chris Cottrell. And I am just sitting up there, and Chris was beside himself on the radio at how everything just fell perfectly into place in that game.
Yeah.
And, you guys obviously didn't see the letdown. You went on and took care of Evanston like you were supposed to. And then you came back and you guys have been, what's you guys' record at right now? 6-1?
Yeah.
5-1?
5-1?
I think it's 5.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, they were 4-1 coming out of that tournament and then
Yeah.
Gearing. Okay. So, I mean, you guys got the loss out of the way.
Yes.
So the undefeated season's out. Does that kind of loosen things up for you? The pressure, take the pressure off a little bit?
A little bit, but I know we all have high expectations, so does Coach Balish. And
Well, we need to get Mr. Balish in here.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. We would love to see Coach. And as far as I forgot. I lost my train of thought here. As far as the players on you said you guys have been playing together forever.
Yeah.
How many seniors do we have?
We have 2. One is her
Brady
and
Mariah.
And Mariah Vila. It seems like she's been around forever.
Yeah.
Every time I turn around, I see Mariah's name somewhere, and I'm like, good gravy, that girl's still playing.
And she led all scorers yesterday.
Yeah, she is a great little ball player. She's a great athlete. And I think you guys are gifted this year with the talent that you've got, and that attributes to the coaches, the program, the school itself, and, you know, all the way up to Mr. Hawksworth. I think that, you know, that both the boys and the girls team have been set up for success. And that's really nice to see. And so, long-term goal this year, win it all?
Is that a question?
That's a question. It's, you know, you could call it rhetorical, but, you know, I obviously, everybody's goal is to win a state title.
Yeah.
And the last time Scottsbluff girls ever won one, have they ever won one? How deep did you guys go last year?
We went to the
Semis?
semifinal. Yep, with Elkhorn North.
You know, and that's, you know, we talk about those styles when we get down there, and
Yeah.
you know, we run into it all the time. I saw a Morrill team about 10 years ago go down there, just killed everybody around here, and went down there, and, you know, it's tough basketball. So, I mean, do you have anything left for us, or Miss Brianna, do you have anything left for Miss Burda?
Do you have anything you want to add?
I don't think so.
Don't think so? Well, we appreciate having you here. Thank you for coming in and talking
Thanks for
with
having me.
us.